whether the syllabus that they're choosing is the right one for their kid or not. What sort of virtues do you usually look out for while hiring a teacher? What sort of special care is given for those students who have this challenge in learning ability? Is there any special program that's being offered for them in specific? Hi, welcome to Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today we have Aparna ma'am, who is the Director Principal of Manav Rachna International School in Sector 51. Let's speak to her and understand various aspects of what a parent goes through while joining their kid in a school, and more about the syllabus that Manav Rachna is offering and many more facets of the school. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us.
Greetings, Santan. Pleasure is all mine. And to be here and be a part of this interactive conversation that we are going to have, I think I'm going to learn a lot from you. I don't know what I'm going to speak about. But yes, in this conversation, I'll be a learner also.
Great, ma'am. We'll look forward to hear your insights and opinions on various aspects. Ma'am, to begin with, parents have a lot of apprehensions about school when it comes to joining their kid in a school. And one of them is whether the syllabus that they're choosing is the right one for their kid or not. With so many syllabuses that are being offered by multiple schools. You have CBSE, you have IB, you have various other syllabi. So can you tell us how CBSE, in your thought, is different from the other syllabus that are being offered by many schools?
So mainly if you ask me, see about it. Right now with NEP 2020 that is coming, and from next year we're totally going into NEP 2020. It's a beautifully carved curriculum, that's what I can tell you. Totally fitting to the child's age, mental state, and excellent for the social, emotional, mental, physical development of a child. And these are the things that we should be looking for when we look at curriculum for early years. That this is not a time when we need some heavy books and knowledge at that particular level. We are looking for developing various life skills in a child more than anything else. Like we look after developing the kinesthetics with them, fine motor skills, gross motor skills. We look forward that the child learn values and learns compassion, and we look for the child becoming social. So this is the time when they come out from home. So we have to increase interaction between children and also interaction that they have with teachers and the other staff in the school, which teaches them about how to interact and be comfortable in presence of elders also. How do we do that? So these are the things that NEP 2020 is teaching us, and we are looking forward to it. And Manav Rachna's curriculum, as we go through it, is totally based on these things only. We were working on this before also. We have various themes that we have. We have 4 themes in a year for early years, and all themes basically go through all this process where we work on the hands-on skills, and mostly the teaching is done by activities through which children learn. It's an activity-based learning curriculum that we have. And that is what parents should be looking for. They should not be looking that, in old times, if we see, parents have this habit of like, this particular school is teaching a table of 2 and this school is not teaching a table of 2. So this school with a table of 2 is better. They don't even realize that a child in this age cannot understand a table of 2 because they do not know about multiplication only. So that is the basic difference that has come in our curriculum with CBSE and with the schools, that they now realize what are the important points for the curriculum. So our curriculum is totally based on that.
Got it. And you being in a position where you have to hire teachers and get them on board, what sort of virtues do you usually look out for while hiring a teacher? And also, is there any training that a teacher goes through before coming on board and during the process in your school?
So definitely, if you look at it, so CBSE has it since it's a CBSE school that we have. So definitely, there are teacher training, trained teachers and professional programs which are there. So we first look after a teacher has to be a B.Ed from a good regular college, university that they should be. Other than that, there are different categories when you look at that. So there are NTT, which is a nursery trained teacher. Then there are PRTs, primary trained teachers, TGTs, PGTs. So they get specialized training that, okay, when they do a PGT, so they are good enough to teach from 9 to 12. So they have got their expertise in and specialization done with dealing with that age children and that particular curriculum which comes with that grade level. So these things are definitely looked into it, and definitely we look for experience. But yes, teachers have to make a beginning somewhere, then only they get experience. It's not that we are very fixed about experience part. That yes, we do look forward for a 5 years experience at least. But when a candidate comes in front of us and when we go through our interview process and various rounds we have, and we get to know, yes, the person is really good, though is a fresher, then we would definitely like to do and want to begin with them. It is better to make a teacher also like child learn than first to not remove all what has been learned and then relearning process. This is also a very good thing there.
Got it. And generally, ma'am, every class for that matter has kids with different levels of abilities to learn. And what sort of special attention is given, special care is given for those students who have this challenge in learning ability? Is there any special program that's being offered for them in specific?
So there are various ways in which learning takes place in a class. And differential learning and differential teaching are very important concepts for today's children. We see more and more of this. Maybe we did not have knowledge to see things like this in earlier times. A school was a school, a child was a child, somebody is doing well and somebody is not doing well. That was the only thing that we looked into. But now with so much being done in education process and so many things coming up where education is done and various fields are getting associated with education, child's mental health, and all those things are looked into. So we are realizing more and more about, that a child has various aptitudes, right? A child might be very good in mathematics, but not that good in languages, and might be not good in the art subjects that we have, but he is good in mathematics, and it can be vice versa also. So now we have ways of studying a child on this particular parameters, find out about the child in detail, and make sure that the teaching is done accordingly. So we have to control our expectations also. And not only that, we have to control our expectations. Once you know about the aptitude of a child, then the first thing that you need to do is that you have to make sure that the child is doing all the subjects we have to do till grade 10, isn't it? But we should not be looking for and telling child that, no, you are just getting 50 marks and you should be getting at least 80. This has to stop the moment you really understand the child and the child's aptitude. That is why studying a child, knowing the proper assessment of a child is very important for every school. So when you know that, you won't be pushing children unnecessarily. It does not stop in school only. The first thing that a school should do after finding out things about child is sharing that with parents, doing a lot of parent engagement programs and parent orientation and making them realize and face the facts. So this is something which comes. So it is, until and unless a parent and a school walk together this path, there cannot be a holistic development that we talk about, or there cannot be a proper growth, educational growth of a child. Not possible. So this is how then comes the differential learning part, that once we know about it, and in a classroom, children cannot be segregated in a classroom, and we can't make a child realize that, you are not good in math and you are good in math. Nothing. We should not be doing this. So a teacher has to have a knowledge about this, and then she can go around in her class teaching on that particular thing. As I told you, we should have our expectations under control, right? So when we are teaching something without making a child realize, we should not get after the child in getting everything correct. We know that this much knowledge is good enough. The child is going to get good marks, and that is the aptitude. But make sure that we don't point out these things to child, and make them do, and they will see to it that if they are not good in, suppose, mathematics, then they're very good in languages. They're getting excellent marks in English. They might be getting very good marks in history, or in geography or economics. For that reason, for accountancy. So these are the things how differential learning should be done in the school properly, and everything should be child-friendly. And our point should be that the child should feel welcome at home and happy to be in school. And that's where real learning happens.
Got it. And I'm glad you touched upon this aspect of involvement of parents in this entire journey. So, can you throw more light on what sort of involvement do you expect from all the parents of Manav Rachna in terms of encouraging a child to do better? And also regarding homeworks and other aspects, what is the kind of involvement that you expect from parents of your school?
A total involvement, if you ask me. So when I use the word complete and total involvement, it means that we are a family, stakeholders, parent and the school. And yes, student is also a stakeholder, but that is one stakeholder for which the other two are working. Our purpose is to give a happy growing years to our children in every aspect. As good human beings, that's our first choice. Knowledgeable, getting the knowledge as per the age, that is what we look for. So when we do this, so there should be a total transparency between school and the parents. Very important for us. And as this happens, so parents, many times when you look at parents, like I was doing this only, I was making a list of the parents and I'm asking parents that how can they come and do some workshops for children and do engaging activities with children. Like a parent is there who's a very good art person. This lady is very good in art. So I am asking her to do a very good activity session where learning happens through art. So she's getting ready for doing this. So now when that lady comes and children see, so the child whose parent, he will be telling everybody, my mother is coming today or my father is coming today, anything like that. And then the person comes and does spend some time with the children. That's a very encouraging and motivating thing for a child, and a parent also gets to know the school very well. The confidence of a parent in the school and the school system increases, and they feel very much safe and secure about, yes, I've put my child in the right school. So this is one thing that we can always do, and then we should be always involving them and making sure that they are part of various activities in the school. So they should be seeing their child growing up properly and should be there to see one day they can see a very good assembly, which we do through Spectrums, which is a good program that we have in Manav Rachna schools. Here, our children, we just had a recent one for our grade 5 children. All the parents have participated in it. So we had various activities for parents also, a quiz for parents also that children were asking, and the children took the parents on a route and gave them the knowledge about the various 2 states of Haryana and Manipur, which are a part of a CBSE sustainability program. And so they prepared everything about the politics, the culture, history. So they took parents around and they presented various dances, information about the state, and they questioned the parents about it then. So it was a very interactive session. And so this is what we need to do. Involving parent is one very important aspect for schools in today's world.
For this entire synergy between the parent and the school, communication between these two parties is extremely important. So what channels do you generally use for this communication between parent and the school? Do you have WhatsApp groups, or is there any tool that you communicate with to the parents? How does it happen?
So many ways. It is through emails also. Emails are there. Then our school ERP system is there, in which it is done. And through the PTMs that we very regularly have a parent-teacher meeting, through that it happens. And then we have already told parents if they feel that there is something which is urgent and they immediately want to discuss. So there are days which I have given them as a principal. I've already sent them a circular about it. So they are free to come and contact me and take an appointment from the school reception to meet me and meet the teachers also. If there's something they want to meet the teacher, so they can inform the reception and the teacher gets back to them. So it's a very quick communication, and we are always available to discuss where a child is concerned. It's our first priority.
Got it. Thank you so much, ma'am. And before we conclude, a lot of parents would want to understand the admission process at Manav Rachna. Like which time of the year should they come and meet you, and what is the criteria under which a student is gauged? So can you throw more light on that process?
So when we talk about admission process, it's a complete walkthrough that I can journey through which we can walk together. So admissions, so we take out ads and everything on social media and all, and we invite parents to do registrations. So the first process is about parents doing registrations online, and then we call them for interaction. And when they come here, so our admission counselors, then there's an entire process that we have, then admission counselors, and we would like to know more about everything about the child. So when they come here, so we have different process. We have activities also for parents during that time. So we observe things, right? Look forward, and we have walk-ins also. So when walk-ins come, we ask them to do registration here only, and we give them time. If that day it's possible for us to have interaction, then we try and do it that day. Otherwise, we definitely give them a nearby time, which is convenient to them. And they're most welcome to come and have interaction and go through the school. We take them to the school website, the various programs that we have in the school. And we just want them to feel very happy first. If a parent is happy and feels good, the environment is good, then the parent feels inclined that yes, it feels good for me, it's good for my child. So that is what we tried.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks again for your time and a lot of insights and opinions that you shared. A good food for thought for a lot of parents. Thank you so much again for your time, ma'am.